Chet 327, and I'm right here with an aluminum boat. I bought this a while back from the neighbor for $150, but it came with 2 tillers, a ladder, some car ramps. Anyway, I've never had it in the water, and I just made a homemade boat motor. I want to try out the homemade boat motor on this boat. But being parked in this tree, it's full of leaves and whatnot, I might get the pressure wash to it. I think it's time to break out the pressure washer. Then we can get the trailer ready, get the motor on, and get to the pond. So this is what I've got so far. 2 new of these, a taillight kit, the lock for the tongue. This could go in front of the boat. And the tires and wheels, this is one of them. Yes, they've been in the salt water before, and I don't know that it'll fit on there with that fender. Since it's in such bad shape, I'm going to try to go find 2 different tires and wheels. So back when I used to work demolition, I got some old signposts. I just cut out that piece there, bent those tabs over. Then that goes just like this, and then the bolt goes through the hole. By the way, these were $4 for 2. This was free, and the hardware, all the hardware for the whole trailer, $6 something. I am right here in the garage collecting supplies to rebuild the boat trailer. Just made up those 2 brackets. And then probably the most important parts, I went out and bought 2 new tires and wheels. Splurged. Safety chains, that's actually a kit of 2 safety chains. So on my next trailer, I'll be ahead of the game. I've got this LED trailer taillights and wiring kit. I got this tongue rebuild kit. This actually goes in front of the boat. And for now, I've got this little bag of bolts, nuts, and washers. I tried to put that big tire and wheel in there. A, it's too big. B, it's too rusty. So that's when I bought the 2 new tires and wheels. I'm going to put the new tires and wheels on, pull it up some, probably mow this area, then back it in the shade a little bit better. Then we can start working on it. Here's a little before and after. It's been a while since that one's been used. And there's the after. And then more good news, this trailer already has bearing buddies. I'll probably just squirt some grease in there and see how it goes. I'm right here in the garage ready to do another before and after. Let's do that now. Good and tight. The grease is probably 20 years old. I gotta find my grease gun. It is time to start a trash pile from the boat trailer. Here's tire and wheel number 1, tire and wheel number 2. Up next, this rusty crud wants to come off, and the bolts are rusty. Broke it off. Well, we got it. Here's another fine example of before and after. My guess is saltwater got it. Anyway, they're just a memory now. And then here's what the back of the trailer looks like now, a whole lot better. I'm going to wait to put these on until the boat's on. Up next, this bent bracket's bothering me. Broken taillight removal. I gotta hurry and straighten this bracket up. Perfect. There was one taillight. And there's a tag. Now the tag says May 11. Yeah, I guess it's probably time for some new grease in those bearings. I am right here with the boat trailer, and I've got some professional cold galvanizing compound. We're going to put that on the rusty parts. Just last night I put some OSPO on the rusty parts, so it's been treated. It's ready to be painted. So when I traded to get this trailer, it came just like this, but I've got this coupler repair kit. This goes through that hole. That pin, this part goes over that pin, hinges on that pin. There's a spring. Then underneath, there's a small spring, a flat washer, and a nut. So it goes just like that. Caps it all off. Let me get it together and I'll show you how it works. So the coupler is all now together. When you pick up, that unlocks it. You push that down, it locks it back on. And then right here in front of the Murray sticker, I'm going to put a reflector sticker. And I've got one for the other side too. I found my grease gun. It's time to freshen up the bearings. And to the other side. It is break open the submersible light kit. Get it installed. Time to install. And now to mount the taillight, it's a simple process. There's 2 grooves on the back of the taillight. There's a carriage bolt that fits up into there that holds the bolt. And then in the trailer there's 2 holes. I've got the 2 bolts, 2 washers, 2 lock washers, 2 nuts. The wire goes down behind everything. Slide the taillight onto the bolts and then tighten up the 10mm nuts. Up next we're going to do the wiring. A green, a brown, and a white wire. I'm going to ground it again back here. Self-tapping screw. That is how you do the taillight on the passenger side. Green wire goes to the passenger side. On the driver's side is the exact same process, except for you get a yellow wire and there is a tag holding bracket. I'm going to go do that right now. It is time to pull the new wire in for the lights. And then I'll get a self-tapping screw, put the ground wire on. This end will be done. So for my ground wire, I'm thinking underneath this little lip, out of sight, out of mind, protected. I don't know, right about here. God love self-tapping screws. And that should be a good enough ground forever. And this length, I'll make it match the white wire. And then the kit comes with these little clips to keep your wires from dangling. So the wiring is super simple. I took the white wire, it goes to the ground. That's that self-tapping screw. The green wire goes to the green wire, the brown to the brown. I put wire nuts. I even put a little bit of liquid electrical tape on it. Once that dries, I'm going to tuck it all underneath. When we do the other side, we're done with the wiring. Here's a shot of the leftover wiring trash. It is unboxing the safety chain time. Looks like this is the second unboxing. Lots of tape on there. Anyway, it's a 2-pack. You know, for the next trailer. That's the same chains that are on the front of the truck bed trailer. 5,000 pound braking strength, 40 inches long. That boy's not waiting for me. He's loading it by himself. He's ready to go fishing. The boat is up on the trailer. It looks a whole lot bigger up on the trailer. So where we are now, the center roller needs to be adjusted. It's a little bit too low. And I got to bolt on these, but I got this much adjustment. I don't need that much adjustment. I'll probably cut them off about right here and go ahead and bolt them on. And then I want to put the homemade boat motor on it and probably go find a pond. So this little guy is bolted on. Both nuts and bolts are tight. On the other side, same story. But the boat, it does not sit on. It's sitting on that back roller. So instead of raising the middle roller, I'm going to lower the back roller so that the boat is sitting down on these. Just these 4 old rusty bolts. So I just lowered this back roller this much. You can see the traces of the rust. It's now sitting here, it's sitting here, it is sitting there. That's a-okay. However, that middle roller is still too low. So I'm going to tighten this one back down, and I'm going to go raise and straighten that middle one. The back roller is hitting, the middle roller is touching, the front roller is touching. We're all good, except for I broke off a rusty bolt right there. I got to replace that. That'd be a trip to the hardware store because I don't have one. Other than that, it's coming along really good. I am working on a front tower. Hold on. I am working on a front winch tower. I've got one, but it's for a 3-inch wide beam. This is a 2-inch wide beam, and I need to replace this. Anyway, I've already got the ratchet strap on it. Oh, and I got to change out a piece of plywood here too. I've already started ripping it out. There's the debris. Get all that cleaned up, put a new piece in. And I might as well go ahead and buy a sheet of plywood to go here, here, a door on the live well, and here. That'd be 1, 2, 3 seats, a live well seat. I don't know if it's really going to be a live well because those plugs are really corroded. Don't know if I can get them out. Anyway, coming along great. Just came back from town with the truck bed trailer. I picked up some 1/2-inch plywood. That looks like seats and transom repair material. I got some little strips. They were 70% off. Some black paint, some hinges, and some bolts. Time to get started. Again. And I'm going to use this to make the seats, the live well cover. I've got the hinges for the seats. I bought some reflectors, and I got a bolt for that roller where that bolt broke off. I'm going to go install that right now. The new reflector is installed, and the new nut and bolt is installed. Just got home with a new go-kart project. It's actually the neighbor's. Anyway, he got that go-kart. It was $1,100 new. He got it for $20. This engine, 9-horse Honda engine, $15. And I got some ATV tires in the very back. There's some boat trailer tires. And I got this winch tower for the boat trailer project. I needed that right now. Just came back from the store. I got 2 brackets, 4 galvanized bolts, 8 nuts, and 4 washers. Couldn't find the right size U-bolts, so we're going to use this instead. This is for the winch tower. The winch tower is now bolted on. I've got this as high as it'll go. This was made for a jet ski trailer, a double jet ski trailer. You can pull up one jet ski from that side, then pull one up from this side. Now it's for a boat. I got to make up some kind of something where it sits right here on the nose, and I'm going to redo all of this too. Anyway, that was just in time. So I've got that spare tire, and I've got this U-bolt. This is off the truck bed trailer, the Dodge one. When I put in the lowering blocks, it came with new U-bolts. I'm going to see if I can take this U-bolt and mount that spare tire on the winch tower. Okay, that's kind of what I'm thinking, but I'd have to tighten these nuts up a lot. I'm going to get some kind of spacers put underneath them. But that's what I'm looking for right there. Spare tire up on the tongue. I just ripped 3 seats on the table saw. That big piece, that's going to be for the transom and for the live well. And then I got a scrap and a scrap. The 3 seats have been cut. They are sitting in place. I'm going to take probably a 2x4, cut it in half, and put it in here and just put some screws down into the 2x4. I got to make a lid for the box and a transom for the back. This baby is getting close. I'm right here on the boat project. I got the shop vac. I've been cleaning out this transom where the new plywood's going to go. I got one bolt giving me problems. I'll get him out. I got all these. These are pretty much all reusable. There was one Phillips head that was stripped out. The rest of them are good to go. I got the motor plate off, the trim caps that go right here. This is going to be easier than I thought it was going to be. So the transom plywood install is about halfway done. I got a 1/2-inch piece in, and I got a 3/4 piece ready to go in. The whole width is 1.25 inches. I'm about to shove that second piece in there. I guess I should pour some glue in there. I got to put all those screws back in. And I put the engine plate back on, and those 2 little trim pieces. This baby's done. Oh, and that corroded hole, don't worry about it. It'll be covered up by that plate. I might put a little grease on it to slow it down. So I just poured a load of glue inside the plywood. I'm going to get some clamps, clamp it together. So it's all glued together and clamped up. I think I'm going to let it dry all night. It is the very next day, and the sun, I was in the shade yesterday, now I'm in the sun. I'm going to have to relocate. Anyway, the glue should be dry. I'm going to get all these clamps off, get that motor plate back on. And I got the drill right here. I got to drill some holes to start putting some screws back in. Won't be long. This thing should be in the water. Oh, and don't worry, I got my cup of ice water right there. My shade dilemma has been solved. I've moved to the other side of the tree. I'm over here by the homemade barrel boat. My dilemma is going to be, how do I get both boats to the river at the same time? I guess I got to pick and choose. This might be my go fast fishing boat, and the other one go slow fish and play boat. It's time to get these clamps off and get the motor plate on. By the way, the barrel boat in the background, if you've not seen it yet, you're missing it. I'll leave you a card right here. Put some grease on this corrosion to slow it down a little bit. I got the top cut for the what used to be the live well. I'm gonna call it dry storage now. I gotta get the hinges on. I got the old hinges off. They're down there in the floorboard. Anyway, I put the kicker on. Maybe I'll fire it up, and then soon enough we'll get it to the river. I just cut off the old rusty eye bolt, and this new stainless one is screwing in the hole just right. It's like the hole was made for it. I gotta crawl up in that storage box and put the big flat washer and 2 nuts on the eye bolt up front. I got the boy holding it. Get that taken care of. I'll be right back with you. The front eye bolt is on. There's double nuts. It's tight. Now in this compartment, I gotta clean out a little bit of crud. It'll be ready for some storage. And I got the shop vac right here. So right here on the winch tower, I took these 2 galvanized straps. That used to be for scaffolding. I got it as scraps. Anyway, I had to drill a hole through here, a hole through there, and then I put this up at the top, and then the boat slides right into that. The winch tower is done.